In this video, we will review estimating and go through some examples. Estimating is an important skill. First and foremost, estimating can help us determine whether an answer is reasonable. So when we are estimating, we're not looking for the exact answer, we are looking for answers that are close enough to the right answer. Why would we want to estimate when we can just find the exact answer? Well, what estimation actually does is it helps us focus on what's really going on. We can stop, look at what we got for our exact answer, and compare it to the estimation. Say my estimation for a question was 700, but the exact answer I got when I actually did the math was 7,822. Well, according to my estimation, it should be in the hundreds, and my actual answer was in the thousands, so I did something wrong when I was calculating the question. So that way I can go, hey, I made an error and I need to go back and double check. And that's why it's important to be estimating as well as finding the exact answer. The estimate that we get is sometimes called a ballpark figure or an approximate. So you'll see that written everywhere is either an estimate or find a ballpark figure or an approximate. And those all mean the same thing. Let's go through an example together. So in example 1, we're asked to estimate the sum of 9,610 plus 4,088. The first thing we want to do when estimating is rounding the numbers. Do you remember how to round? Well, the beauty of estimating is you get to pick how much you want to round to. You can pick rounding to the nearest tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and so forth. So it's totally up to you what you decide to round to, whatever you're comfortable with. In this case, I'm going to round to the nearest hundreds. So I'm going to take my first number, 9,610, and I'm going to round that to the nearest hundred. And in this case, because the tens place is less than 5, it stays at 9,600. I'm going to take the second one and round it as well. So 4,088 is going to round up to 4,100, and I'm actually just going to stack it vertically so I can add them easily. And then finally, we're going to follow our rules for addition after stacking and starting from the ones. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0 again. Isn't that nice? And 600s plus 100 gives me 7 100s, and then 9 plus 4 is 13. So my estimate for the first question is 13,700. We now have our estimate. Now let's actually try adding these numbers together and compare our estimate to the actual answer. So I'd like you to pause the video and add these numbers together. All right, so when we add 9,610 with 4,088, the final answer we get is 0 plus 8 is 8, 1 plus 8 is 9, 6 plus 0 is 6, and 9 plus 4 is 13. So my final answer when I actually add these two together is 13,698. Now if I compare that to 13,700, I'd say my estimate was pretty close to the actual answer, and both of them make sense, so I've double checked. And I know that I did my math correctly. Way to go, me! In this example, we are asked to estimate the difference. 5,604 minus 884. So step 1, I'm going to round. And in this case, instead of rounding to the nearest hundred, let's round to the nearest thousand. So I'm going to round 5,604 to the nearest thousand, which is 6,000, because I'm going up because of the 6 in the hundreds place. And 884 will be rounded to 1,000. And this just makes the estimation a little easier. So I know 0, 0, 0, and 5 minus 1 is 5. So my estimate for this question is going to be 5,000. I'd like you now to pause the video and actually subtract these two numbers, and let's compare the estimate to the actual answer. Okay, so when I subtracted those two numbers together, I got 4,720. I hope you got the same. And now let's look at our estimate and our actual answer. So our estimate was 5,000 and our actual answer was 4,720. Well, I can see that it's not as close as the last one, but it is very close. If I actually estimated my answer and rounded it up, I would have rounded it to 5,000. So I have a reasonable answer as well. It's now time for you to start the practice. Good luck!